Hello, my name is Joe St. Cyr. I am a emergency manager. I work for the state of Florida with the Department of Health, and I serve as a public information officer. I'm also a student in the International and Comparative Emergency Management class taught by Dr. Dilling. The focus of my paper for this course is on emergency management in the nation-state of Turkey. Turkey is a very unique and vibrant nation located in the Eurasian region of the world. It is a blend of Western and Eastern cultures and has a rather young population, with the average age range being around 23 years of age. With a rich history stemming from the Ottoman Empire, Turkey is a developing nation with a potential for a bright and vibrant future. The great comparativist Farrell Hetty, known in public administration circles for his work in comparative public administration, talks about the importance of developing nations and bureaucracy in developing nations. More specifically, he focuses on how difficult bureaucracy and its development can be. When we look at Turkey, it's best to look at Turkey against this backdrop. Although Turkey is a vibrant country, it has a very unstable emergency management system that is still developing. Turkey sits on several fault lines, making seismic risks and hazards the most significant ones in this nation state. Just recently, on November 6th, Turkey experienced a 5.6 magnitude level earthquake on the Richter scale near Van, which is a city in eastern Turkey. On October 24th of this same year, Turkey experienced a 7.5 magnitude earthquake as well. The focus of my paper is on the earthquakes that occurred in 1999, more specifically the Marmara earthquake, which was very significant. It occurred on August 17th of 1999, and it only lasted approximately 45 seconds. Yet in that very short period of time, over 17,000 people lost their lives, and there was over $73,000 in US dollars of damage, leaving over 100,000 residents displaced. Early response efforts by the state were very problematic, and as many responders later recalled, the scene was one of utter chaos. Unfortunately, Turkey has had a very difficult time with building construction and more specifically with the enforcement of building codes. As a result, many of the residents in Turkey live in substandard housing in buildings that have not been adequately reinforced. As you can imagine, many people that died in the Marmara earthquake lost their lives as a result of building collapse. Because of this, the efforts at extricating victims was very difficult. The event took place in the early morning hours of August 17th, and most of the disaster search and rescue endeavors were conducted by members of the civil society, people like you and me. In the days following this particular disaster, international response was great, and the Turkish government, to their credit, did allow for NGOs as well as foreign government organizations to come and assist in the disaster response and recovery efforts. Of great note was the Israeli Defense Force, which has a significant history in handling medical matters during wartime operations, and they were able to send a field medical team to Turkey to assist them with their endeavors. Those of you that may have some knowledge of the tenuous relationships between Turkey and Greece will find this interesting fact of interest to you, and that is this. Greece was able to send to Turkey search and rescue teams. In fact, then Ministry of Health Minister Papandreou from Greece contacted his counterpart in Turkey, and within a few short days was able to send search and rescue teams from Greece to Turkey, which is a very major event. Typically that's not something that you would see accomplished. This certainly did increase disaster diplomacy efforts between the two nations and did lead to a better understanding. Recent changes in emergency management in Turkey have been successful in the sense that now there is an insurance pool in place that mandates that all residents in Turkey in earthquake zones have to have insurance to cover recovery efforts. There's been a decentralization effort within Turkey. As mentioned in my paper, the history of Turkish emergency management is one of a formal, rigid, centralized structure, top-down, if you will. But now there is more efforts at collaboration between the national government, the local governments, NGOs, as well as interested international organizations that would come to assist. There's been an increased effort in mitigation, in providing for more effective building construction and building code enforcement, and in more thorough review of architects and engineers in terms of licensing. It is the hope that in the future emergency management within Turkey will increase. There are representatives from Turkey that are members of the International Association of Emergency Managers. The Certified Emergency Manager credential, which I hold and the IAEM promotes, is of great import and can certainly help in the training of future emergency managers in Turkey. It is the hope that I have and those of us in the emergency management community that we can further mitigate against the potential for earthquakes and other types of hazards. Certainly, if Turkey does successfully join the European Union, these efforts may be helpful to them in the future. I hope the information that I've given you in this very short period is of import and will help you better understand what goes on in other countries, and more specifically in developing nations with regard to emergency management. I thank you.